Hi, and welcome to Spotlight. Today, the spotlight falls on a great singer who has done so much in her career. We're talking jazz, we're talking working with Yanni, and so many others. Sheena Easton, the list goes on. It all started when she was a child. She continues to do it today, as well as being a successful entrepreneur and a loving wife and mother. Please welcome to Spotlight today, Jeanette Klinger. Jeanette, so nice to have you here.
Thank you so much.
You look terrific.
Thank you.
How did it all begin? You have accomplished so much in your life. When did it all start? Like at 5 years of age, 7 years of age?
Three
Three.
years old, and that I tried to get a hold of the clip. It was on the Danny Kaye show, and I had my sisters all around me backing me, you know, doing 5-part harmony, and I actually stopped the orchestra and went, wait, I have to swallow. And Danny Kaye almost flipped because he's like a perfectionist and you don't stop the show. He's the boss. And anyway, if anyone remembers him. And it was so neat, and he actually got a giggle out of it and said, oh, wait, we got to stop for Jeanette. She's got to swallow. And then he went ahead and started it. But I couldn't get that clip.
Let me go to a picture here. This is you with the Klingers.
That's right.
Famous group, and that's you right there.
Yeah.
That little one right there. So this is the family of entertainers.
Right.
So you got your sisters and one brother.
Right. At that time, there was actually another little brother.
Okay.
Who my mother, when we toured with Liberace,
oh my goodness,
she made him a little sequin vest just for him to thrill him, because he was all about sequin vests. And we'd all come on and take our turn. The girls were the main act, and then, you know, Lisa would come on and do a song, and then Aaron, and then me, and then Stacy would run on, and the audience would go nuts. So, and then we have a ninth child, who's a girl, and she was never really part of the act at that time.
Okay.
Because she was too little, too young.
The girls really outnumbered the guys, though.
Right, 2 boys and 7 girls.
So what was it like being in control like that? The female, the girl power, Hollywood, and you know, there's only 2 guys.
Well, actually, in our family, the guys rule, because we all, you know, they got doted over, you know. And want to know a funny story? Okay.
I'd love to hear a funny story.
My dad had 5 girls, right? And then the little boy, Aaron, was born. And my sisters had him dressed up in a little dress one day and put makeup on him, and he was rocking on his little horse. And my dad came home and almost had a fit. He was like, I've got 5 girls and I finally got 1 boy. Get that makeup and dress off him. My darn, I've got a boy, and let him look like a boy. So it was, that never happened again, obviously. And we've all just adored our brothers. They're like, you know.
Well, I have to show this family photo because this is a wonderful picture.
Thank you.
And you got your shot there.
Yeah, this is me, and that's the boy, Stacy.
Yes.
This was the first boy.
Okay.
And then Melody, Peggy, Patsy, Deborah, Lisa, Aaron, Jeanette, Stacy, and then Rebecca. And I don't have a picture of her. I feel terrible. But this, you know, we're talking about the group at the time.
Sure. How did you all get your hair like this in this photo?
Oh, my gosh.
This is high hair. We're talking here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I guess that was what was in style, though, back in that day, wasn't it?
They call it the spider nest hair, I think, because I remember my sisters that had friends at school that, like, once you'd rat it that big and sprayed it, you'd leave it for weeks and weeks. So apparently there were girls that had bugs in their hair. I don't know if it's, you know, just a fit.
Well, I think your hair looks great the way it is today.
Well, thanks. I'm kind of in that retro big hair thing myself, the 70s, 80s thing.
You were an important part of that group, the family entertainment
Well, I
group.
knew when I was 8 months old. By that time, my sisters had been touring all over the place, being asked, you know, everywhere to be showcased or perform. They started doing the jazz harmony, barbershop stuff, and then as time went on, by the time we were in California, they were doing the pop thing, you know, all those sugary bubblegum pop stuff.
Sure.
And my dad had formed a record or a label with some people, and then they started at that point on the Andy Williams Show and did a a piece with the Osmonds, so it was like 12 voices. It was amazing because they actually ended up knowing the same song.
Oh, I would love to have seen that.
Being taught by the same guys.
Sure.
So that was a really neat time. And then after that, my sisters, we, as a family, landed the Danny Kaye show for 2 seasons. And we at that time started touring in a house car. There were 8 children and my parents. And, you know, can you imagine? We were actually the Partridge Family. And my dad had written the story idea, you know, down and shared it with some people.
Oh,
and the story got stolen.
Oh, you weren't saying comparing yourself like, well, we were the Partridge Family,
No,
like
we
you saw on
literally
television. You actually
were. We were the story that it got
Oh my
spawned
goodness!
from. And yeah,
And somebody
things
ripped
like-
off the
yeah,
and made
things-
it into and made millions.
Absolutely.
Happens all the time in the
It
business.
sure does.
Constantly.
And you know what? We were just a little close, loving, naive, you could say, you know, trusting kind of family. And I think, you know, it's a hard thing to go to Hollywood, so to speak. And you really have to watch yourself, and I would say that to anyone. And in any business, actually. It's
Certainly.
Just, it's such a sign of the times, and, you know, you've got to really be guarded, but don't lose who you are. Don't become, you know, hard and jaded. Just be cautious and smart.
Great advice, and we're going to get some more great advice, I'm sure, from you. After we take a short commercial break, I'll be back with my special guest today on Spotlight, Jeanette Klinger. Don't go away. We'll be right back.